Tonight, new details about the National Guard presence in D.C. are coming to light. More than 100 West Virginia guardsmen volunteered to stay in the city through the end of this year, while the rest have already returned home. Our Claudia Nichols joining us now in the studio. She spoke with a local retired National Guard member. And Claudia, you're learning even more troops could be heading to D.C.
That's right, Cameron. Just hours after the ambush, the Trump administration announced plans to send another 500 National Guard members to the nation's capital. And a Mobile veteran who served with the Guard says even with more boots on the ground, unpredictable threats can still arise.
You know, the damage it's done. No matter how many troops or how many police you put in an area, all it takes is one hothead who wants to take it out on a uniform, whether it's a police officer or a National Guardsman or a soldier, sailor, Marine, whatever.
Tonight, chaos erupted just blocks from the White House, leaving 2 West Virginia guardsmen critically wounded. A retired command sergeant major in Mobile who served 30 years in the National Guard, Joseph Daniel, recalls his own deployments. Like the West Virginia troops in D.C., Daniel explains what it was like to be sent to another city. He says many of his deployments were for natural disasters.
We just went down and tried to secure the worst places that got hit until the local law enforcement could get back on their feet and take the job back off from us, and then we would be relieved and come back to home station. In my case, it was Fort Whiting here in Mobile.
National Guard troops have been in Washington since August, when President Trump issued an emergency order, part of his crackdown on street crime and immigration enforcement. More than 300 West Virginia National Guard members were part of that deployment, a joint task force made up of other troops from Mississippi, Louisiana, Tennessee, South Carolina, Ohio, and D.C. The soldiers have patrolled neighborhoods, train stations, and other locations, even participating in trash pickup. A week ago, 160 West Virginia Guard members volunteered to extend their deployment until the end of the year. This shooting comes just weeks before those soldiers were expected to return home. And we have some breaking news tonight. The Trump administration just filed an emergency motion asking a federal appeals court to block a judge's ruling from last week that ordered an end to the National Guard's deployment in D.C.